think about this?
I think it's queer.
Alright guys, we're back again for the third part of this video. We had some technical difficulties outside with the sun, with the iPhone. So Derek and I were talking on a sidebar about purpose and how civilian life is hard. I'm going to kind of let Derek kind of tell his story again on camera, what he told me on sidebar.
What did we talk about?
Purpose, how life is hard, what you generally thought when you lost your leg,
right?
All that jazz.
It's like my struggles.
Yes,
my struggles, man. Like I said, dude. Like, I think it's frowned upon in today's society, but I think some people are born to be in the warrior class, right? Like,
when you say it's frowned upon, what do you mean?
It's like violence is frowned upon now.
Yes.
You know, in politics and in everyday life,
everyone
gets
a trophy.
Yeah.
And you see in the news with, you know, however you identify yourself, you should be able to use that bathroom, which shouldn't be a thing. But anyway,
so like, you know, like violence is frowned upon, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, I know at this point in my life, I know I was born to be a warrior. I know that I can kill. I can kill for the things I believe in. I can kill and not feel bad about it. You know, like, I was born to be a warrior. I love, like, and I'm happy. I was happy to do that for my family, for my friends, for my country, because I was willing and able, you know, and
kind of serving a bigger purpose, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny, like, it goes back to, you know, like old Spartan, the old Spartan mindset. You know, like, some people are born to be in the warrior class. So when I was you know, when I was injured, when I was shot through the knee, I was willing to do anything it took to get back to my job, you know. And long story short, 2 years, they didn't give me what I want. I wanted them to cut my leg off. I told them I could return to duty. They didn't do it, and so I struggled for 2 years. And my biggest challenge was that when I thought, like, my life as a soldier was over, I thought my life was over. I thought, like, my meaning, my purpose, my reason to serve people was over. I thought it was it, and I struggled with that, because it's like I can't be who I was born to be anymore, you know. And that was my biggest struggle. And so I get, like, I don't always relate to every veteran. With, you know, when they do their 4 years and they punch out, and then they struggle, because I don't understand why they would ever get out. Personally, like, I'm not talking shit here. Like, I don't mean to be an asshole. Like, I just don't understand why they would leave the military. I loved it. I loved that life. You know.
So you're saying that's what you meant to do, and they were maybe not putting words in people's mouth, but like they look more of a job. You looked at it as, this is my life. This is what I'm meant to be. This is who I am going to be.
It was my purpose. It was my purpose. It was everything. And so when that was taken from me, I struggled, and looking back, I had the wrong mindset. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I had that victim mentality. It's like, I had the woe is me, you know, and I lived like shit for 2 years. I was drinking all day. I was drinking like a bottle of whiskey, case of beer. I was in and out of jail. I got some DUIs, some gross misdemeanors for fighting, but I had a mission to check out. Like, you know, I was gonna spend all my money, live my life real fast, and then I was gonna kill myself. You know, like, that's the truth. Like, because I thought my life was over. And looking back, I know I was wrong. So I can tell people now, when they reach out to me and they tell me about their struggles, I'm like, you're wrong. You have that victim mentality. You have that woe is me. And I remind people, like, there's more ways to serve than wearing a uniform. Like, I serve people now, and it's very rewarding for me. It's very fulfilling. It brings purpose and meaning to my life to be, you know, like, in a position to lead and benefit my fellow men and women, you know?
You know, and the biggest thing what I got from Derek for just then is he had some purpose again. So regardless of what you're going through, if you've seen horrible things, if you're missing a limb, or where the case is, you can find purpose again. It's not easy. It's not an overnight deal.
No, and that's the problem. Is that's a big problem. Is lack of purpose. You know, like we said, like, in the veteran community, all you hear about or all you see is every veteran has PTSD. That's the problem. It's not the problem. Problem is, you know, like, I ask the same questions to every person that reaches out to me. It's like, how much are you drinking? Are you sleeping at night? What are you doing for yourself? Are you working out? Like, if you can answer those 4 questions, those are the 4 golden questions. Like, if you're not drinking too much, I say this drinking beer, light beer. I've earned it. I worked out hard. Like, I'm in control of my shit.
We did an hour workout today, and we don't do this all the time. So we're having fun. We're celebrating. Celebrating fitness.
I'm in control. I'm in a good place. If you're in a dark place, you need to not drink. It's like, how much are you drinking? How much are you sleeping? Like, you need to not drink. You need to figure your shit out. You need to find that new purpose. You need to be sleeping at night. You need that purpose, that meaning. That, like, guys get a job at a warehouse or something, or some meaningless job. A meaningless job sucks. Like, of course you're miserable. Like, you were in the military. You were a part of something. You were a part of something greater than you. And then you come out and you're just living for yourself. Like, I get caught up in it sometimes. It's funny. Like, when I get caught up living for myself, I struggle. And I have to remind myself, like, hey, it's not about me. It's about other people. Serve other people.
The biggest rewards I've had in life is putting other people's needs in front of my own.
Yeah.
That's where you find happiness. That's where you find passion, and that's when you actually become bigger than who you are. And again, like you're saying, you find purpose. I know, like, I was an NCO, and I was having a hard time finding work. I was McMoperson. I was super down on myself, and I was just in a great layer of depression because no one wanted to hire me because of I don't know how to put words in their mouth, but I don't know what reason, but it was all office jobs, office management jobs, which doesn't normally translate well if you're an infantry guy and you look at your resume. It was all, know how to shoot this guy. Okay, I can shoot a guy from 1,000 yards. Okay, I can break a dude's arm and whatnot. But that's a different subject. I'll actually make a video now of actually how, if you're a veteran, how to actually make a damn resume. But again, you have to find purpose, and you have to dig through some shit to find the golden nugget.
Yep. And you know what? It's like, the funny thing about me is sometimes I don't relate to everybody because I have a weird mindset, and I'm careful with my advice because it's dangerous advice. I would never apply for a job. Like, I could have a great job today at a gym as a trainer or something like that. On this side of the fence, like post-military, I don't want to work for someone. I want to create my own existence. I want to create my own definition of myself. And that's the coolest thing about what we learned in the military. We learned everything we needed to know to be a leader in the community.
You just have to apply it.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing outside of the box.
Yep. Creating your own life is, and like, I get bogged down. Like, it's stressful. It is really stressful, but it's worth it. It's I don't know. It's like going somewhere you don't want to be every day. Like,
sucks.
If you have a job, it sucks. Like, no
tough.
wonder you're miserable.
No wonder you're drinking a lot. No wonder you're having thoughts of bad things.
Take risks. So like, the biggest piece of advice is it's okay to fail. Like, dude, I failed.
No, you deserve a trophy for your effort.
It's okay to fail. In 2014, I set out and I was working with a big company, and I had we had this cool project going. I can't talk about it for legal reasons.
Fucking we had this non-disclosure, some bitches.
Yep. We had this cool project going, and it went to shit. It just failed. It failed, and it's like, man, my world came crashing down. Everything I've been working towards for 10 or 11 months failed. But it's like, all right, we're just back to the drawing board.
What's the next objective?
The next objective.
You see what I did there, right?
Yeah. I got. That's a funny question. I have too many things going on. Like, there's too many things, and it's really stressful. It keeps me up at night. Like, I stress about it, but I have to remind myself not to get overwhelmed. Like, I'm telling you, this side of the fence is hard, but you can do it. You can do it. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just take it day by day, step by step. Like, I get overwhelmed sometimes, and I have to take.
Listening. We're recording. I was making sure because it cut out last time. I was scared.
Don't get overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, I know I'm overwhelmed. Like, as soon as another weird thing about me is, like, I'm just a chronically depressed person. As soon as I start getting stressed out and I start getting overwhelmed, like, my brain automatically goes to suicide. I can't control it. It is what it is. And I know that when I'm too overwhelmed or too stressed out, and those thoughts start coming into my mind, I know I need to stop. I need to stop and take a couple days, you know, and people reach out to me and they say like, Derek, what do you do in those moments of pure darkness? I'm like, I stop. I'm selfish. The world doesn't spin to me. Like my friends and family, like most of them at this point understand who I am and how I am. But if they don't understand, I don't care. Like I have to take care of me. Like I have to make sure that I stay alive. You know,
that was the biggest issue when I came back home with my parents and friends and family. Like I acted certain ways, and you know, I didn't necessarily get to the point that you got, but I had issues, and my family didn't understand, and that, you know, and it took time for them to understand what was going on, what my mentality was. So guys, if you have friends or veterans and they kind of disconnect, reach out to them, but don't pester them.
Yeah, like they're just like, we're all strong enough, and it is, you know, like when I go through my days of silence and I'm just taking care of myself, people reach out like, Derek, are you okay? Are you okay? It's like, look, I'm always good.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not good, I'm good, because several years ago I made the decision that no matter what I'm thinking, how bad my life is, bottom line, I'm not killing myself. Like I'm not going to kill myself. And so I know that, you know, and so when my brain goes there, it's like, you know, I'm thinking about suicide. I'm the type of person, like, we're different.
Yeah.
You know, you say you got overwhelmed and your brain didn't go there.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that.
I mean, there were. I mean, I say that there weren't thoughts of planning it out, but you know, there were definitely dark times. You know, and it's uncomfortable to talk about because again, it's not acceptable in the society.
It's acceptable here. It's acceptable with me. So we're all human, right?
So there were definitely some thoughts after my first deployment because I lost sense of purpose. Mm-hmm. You know, I felt like even though I was close with guys and going to my college after deployment, I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. You know, right, wrong, or different, that's the way I felt.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We did. So let's talk. So we're gonna take a break for a minute, and we're gonna talk about this on the fourth or fifth, whatever segment we're on right now. So Tyler Grant with Dynamic Training Strategy. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the range.